Some senators, including the chairman, are participating by video conference.
A warning from Dr. Anthony Fauci, who addressed a U.S. Senate panel Tuesday about what could happen if the country opens up too soon.
My concern that if some areas, cities, states, or what have you, jump over those various checkpoints and prematurely open up without having the capability of being able to respond effectively and efficiently, my concern is that we will start to see little spikes that might turn into outbreaks.
Fauci, the top U.S. infectious disease expert, and two other members of the White House coronavirus task force addressed the panel by video link because they're self-isolating after coming in contact with a White House staffer who tested positive for the virus last week. Ahead of the hearing, Fauci telling the New York Times the message he wanted to convey is about the danger of trying to open the country prematurely, explaining this will not only result in needless suffering and death, but would actually set us back on our quest to return to normal. The confirmed COVID-19 death toll in the U.S. is now more than 80,000. The real number is likely higher, according to Fauci, who says states should wait to see a decline in cases before reopening. But several states have already moved ahead with restarting their economies, even as some are seeing a rise in new infections. Donald Trump has been increasingly attempting to put a positive spin on the U.S. response to the crisis, tweeting ahead of the Senate hearing, "Our testing is the best in the world by far. Numbers are coming down in most parts of the country, which wants to open and get going again. It is happening safely." But throwing some cold water on Trump's claim is the Republican chair of the Senate panel.
Vaccines, those treatments, are the ultimate solution. But until we have them, all roads back to work and school go through testing. That's why I said on Thursday that what our country had done so far in testing is impressive, but not nearly enough.
A pointed moment on when kids should return to school between Republican Senator Rand Paul, who mentioned the lower fatality rate for children in an exchange with Fauci.
I don't think you're the one person that gets to make a decision. We can listen to your advice, but there are people on the other side saying there's not going to be a surge. It's a huge mistake if we don't open the schools in the fall.
I have never made myself out to be the end-all and only voice in this. I'm a scientist, a physician, and a public health official. Right now, children presenting with COVID-19 who actually have a very strange inflammatory syndrome, very similar to Kawasaki's syndrome. I think we better be careful if we are not cavalier in thinking that children are completely immune.
And an update out of California, the Los Angeles Times reporting coronavirus stay-at-home orders for Los Angeles County will likely be extended for the next 3 months through July to battle COVID-19. For City News, I'm Melissa Duggan.